Welcome to our video. Drought-Induced Famine: How Climate Change Exacerbates Food Insecurity. As climate change continues to disrupt weather patterns, the frequency and intensity of droughts are on the rise, leading to devastating impacts on agriculture and food supplies. In this video, we'll explore the various facets of this crisis, from declining crop yields to the displacement of communities, and highlight the urgent need for global action. Join us as we uncover the stark realities of food insecurity exacerbated by drought and the steps we can take to combat this pressing issue. 1. Increased drought frequency. Climate change is reshaping our world, and one of its most direct effects is the increased frequency and severity of droughts. These prolonged dry spells are not just a matter of inconvenience, they have a profound impact on our ability to produce food. When rain becomes scarce, crops wither, and water reservoirs dry up, leaving farmers struggling to sustain their livelihoods. Imagine trying to grow a garden without water; it's nearly impossible. This is the reality for many agricultural communities worldwide. Without adequate rainfall, crop yields plummet, leading to a domino effect that ultimately affects global food security. 2. Decline in crop yields. The decline in crop yields due to droughts is a troubling consequence of climate change. Staple crops like wheat, rice, and corn are particularly vulnerable to prolonged dry conditions. These crops form the foundation of diets in many regions, and when their production is compromised, food shortages become inevitable. Farmers find themselves in a precarious position as they watch their efforts yield less and less. The result is not only a loss of income for farmers but also a strain on food supplies that can lead to scarcity in markets. This scarcity is felt by consumers, with fewer options and higher prices at the grocery store. 3. Impact on livestock. Droughts don't just impact crops, they also take a toll on livestock. With limited access to water and pasture, animals suffer, leading to reduced meat and dairy production. This situation presents a double-edged sword for farmers who rely on livestock as a source of income. The economic losses can be staggering, as farmers are forced to sell off animals at lower prices or face the heartbreaking task of culling their herds. The ripple effects extend beyond the farm, affecting the availability and cost of meat and dairy products for consumers. It's a stark reminder of how interconnected our food systems truly are. 4. Rising food prices. As agricultural output dwindles due to drought, the prices of food items begin to soar. For families living on the edge of poverty, this price hike can mean the difference between having a meal and going hungry. Basic necessities like bread, milk, and vegetables become luxuries that many can no longer afford. This economic strain is particularly harsh on vulnerable populations, who already spend a significant portion of their income on food. The increased cost of living forces difficult choices, such as cutting back on meals or sacrificing other essential needs like healthcare and education. 5. Worsening malnutrition. Food insecurity caused by droughts leads to an alarming rise in malnutrition, especially among children in developing countries. Without access to a balanced diet, children are deprived of the nutrients they need to grow and develop properly. Malnutrition can have lifelong consequences, affecting physical health, cognitive development, and overall well-being. The cycle of poverty and hunger becomes harder to break as families struggle to provide adequate nutrition. This situation highlights the urgent need for interventions that ensure food stability and access to nutritious foods, even in times of environmental stress. 6. Displacement of communities. Prolonged droughts often force communities to make the difficult decision to leave their homes in search of food, water, and better living conditions. This migration creates climate refugees, individuals who are displaced not by conflict but by environmental changes. The journey in search of sustenance is fraught with challenges, as displaced families face uncertainties and hardships along the way. This mass movement of people can strain resources in the areas they migrate to, leading to tensions and further complicating the issue of food insecurity. The plight of climate refugees underscores the human cost of our changing environment. 7. Global call to action. solution addressing drought-induced famine requires a concerted global effort. Sustainable agriculture practices, improved water management, and climate change mitigation are critical components of the solution. It's a call to action for governments, organizations, and individuals to work together to combat the challenges posed by climate change. By investing in resilient agricultural systems and innovative technologies, we can help ensure that communities are better equipped to withstand the impacts of drought. This proactive approach can pave the way for a future where food security is not a privilege but a reality for all.